Yo, 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 what the deal? It's your boy X.E.L.O. And welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for coming back. But if you're new here, definitely like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification. I'll let you know when I drop another video. And today I actually want to go over some structuring, how to actually get your 8-bar loop into a full track you can actually send out to your BeatStars or Airbit or wherever you actually are putting your music for people to consume. All right, let's get right into it. All right, so this is my light theme. If you're interested in this theme or my dark theme, I have a link below in the description that you can download it for free. So today we're going to go over arranging the beat so you can actually get it up on your BeatStars or Airbit or wherever you actually are putting your music. So let's get started. And this beat that I'm going to actually be playing is a beat that I made live. So if you watched my last live video, this is the beat that I actually made in there. I'm just going to play it real quick for you guys. All right, so basically that's what I made on the live video. So you want to kind of get everything arranged and set up. What I usually like to do is have this 8-bar loop and then kind of extend it out so that you'll have a full song. So I know this is an 8-bar loop. So what we're going to start with is arranging. So I'm going to go over here to this little 8. I'm going to click on that and it'll bring up my arranger section. So I can bring up the arranger by just kind of dragging this across this little eye and dragging it all the way across. And I know that's 8 bars. And I can right click on here and select, let's put it as an intro. So let's actually click on it again. Now everything is highlighted. I'm going to move this over to the first bar. I'm going to actually take off this loop. And let's kind of see how we want to structure it. So usually when you're structuring the beats for like trap, hip hop, kind of things like that, there's usually like a short intro. Sometimes it's long. So either 4 to 8 bars. And then you want to do an 8-bar hook sometimes, not all the time. And then you want to do like 16s, depending on like the tempo of the track. If you're doing more of like the trap stuff, a lot of it is really fast. So they'll usually just do like 12 bars. So it just depends on what you're actually going for. It's like, this is more like a hip hop kind of beat. It's not double time or anything. So it'll feel like it's longer than if you're doing double time, which usually the trap beats are in double time. All right. So let's make this a little more seeable. So I'm gonna hit D on my keyboard to get rid of the docking station. And I'm gonna expand all of these out. So it's kind of, and for my drums, what I did was I froze them. So I used this first one, which is the MIDI, and I did a freeze on the tracks. So it'll freeze all the tracks down there. So all these tracks are frozen. So you'll be able to see the actual waveform. All right, let's start. So usually what I like to do is duplicate this over. So now I have 2 of them. I'm gonna shrink this in by holding Alt and using the scroll wheel to bring it in. All right, so now I have 2 intros. So I want to make this one, let's name this one a chorus, because it's probably going to be like the hook. All right, and let's do one more. Let's do a duplicate of this. So I'll duplicate that over, and I'm going to name this one verse. All right, so usually these are the 3 elements that will make up a beat for like the hip hop stuff, unless you're going to add like bridges and other pre-choruses and stuff like that. But this is basically what you would need to make a beat into a full beat that you can actually put on your site to sell. All right, so let's drop them down. So I'm gonna click over here in this section, this arranger section. So I just clicked in the empty space where nothing is selected, and I'm just gonna hit this little drop down here that says add all selections to arrangement, and boom, all of them will drop down here. So I know these are all 8 bars, right? So I know for a verse, I'm gonna need 2 of them. Hold down Control and just drag it down, and it'll make another one. So now I can click on this chorus and hold down Shift and click on this bottom one, and all of them are highlighted, and now I can just hold Control and drag down, and now I have another set, hooks and verse. So now it's at 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Do I want it to be longer? I mean, you can make it longer if you want to. A lot of the times, the songs nowadays are not that long, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. I'm just gonna grab this Control, grab this down, and do the verse at the end. So it's at 3 minutes and 17 seconds. And let's do one more chorus at the end to end it off. So I'm just going to grab the chorus by itself and drag that one down. So now we have 3 minutes and 37 seconds of a beat. So now that we actually have set this up, we can arrange it onto Cakewalk. So I'm going to hit on this right here where it says commit arrangement to project. I'm going to click on that. And it's going to say, do you want to insert commitment arrangement or commit arrangement to the project? So basically, when you commit arrangement to the project, everything that's there is going to disappear. It's going to put whatever you have as your arrangement into the project. If you insert, which means that it's going to put it wherever your playhead is and add all these things into it. So I'm just going to do the commit arrangement to project. It's going to ask me if I'm sure. Why not? And it's going to build out the whole entire track for me. So now I have the whole track completely laid out. And what I want to do is kind of see where everything is. So I'm going to hold down Control, Alt, and F. And what that does is it shrinks everything down so it can fit on your screen. So now I have all these in here for my verses, my chorus, and it's naming them, different verses and different choruses, as you can see here. So now what you need to do is kind of arrange it how you actually want it. So I know that I'm not going to be using any of the drums. So I'm going to hold, click on the top one and go Shift, click on the bottom one, and I'm going to hit K on the keyboard. And what that does is actually mute those sections. So that whole section is now muted. For the drums, I can mute the 808. And what I want to do is pull this back. And I'm going to mute this one. And I'm basically going to start with the keyboard that I have in there from the labs. And I'm going to bring in the strings. And then everything will actually come in. But I want to have like some kind of transition to make it go smoother. All right, so this is where you would go in and try to find like some risers or like a crash. All right, so what we'll be actually doing is going to Cymatics folder, and I'm also going to look for some crashes in here and see if I can find some good ones. All right, let's run with this one. All right, I'm going to place this down here into the track. Open it up so we can kind of see it a little bit. And I'm going to do an Alt and mouse wheel to zoom in. I'm going to drag this out a little bit. And let's bounce this to clip. Now what I'm going to do is reverse this. So I'm going to hit on my page down to reverse. If you want to set your reverse like that, you can go into your properties and do it. Or you can just go up to Process, Apply Effects, and then you want to go down here where it says Reverse, and that will reverse the clip. But I just have a shortcut for my page down button on my keyboard just to make it a lot easier for me to do it. All right, so I'm basically going to turn this down by 10 dBs and it'll kind of ring into the track. So let's hear how that sounds. All right, I think that sounds pretty good. So I'm gonna leave that there. And usually you want to have like your transitions at the end of your verses. So I'm going to move this over. Hold down Control, click on it, hit that, you'll see the plus sign, and just kind of drag it over to the next one. And I mean, you can change these up if you want to and add different things. You could do like different drum rolls, or you can even add another kind of sound, some kind of white noise, anything like that to kind of just move the track along into the transition itself. I have a crash already in the track, so I didn't need another crash on this side, but the cymbal is fine. I like the duration of the cymbal that's there, so I'm going to use that. And so I'm going to take these crashes out of the verse. So I'm going to hit K on the keyboard to mute those. And we're going to get rid of the kind of spiccato strings. We'll bring the other strings in for that second part or half. And then we'll take out the drums right before the drop. So I'm going to hit on this first one, hold down Shift, click on the last one, and just kind of pull these back. And basically that will give it like a little drop right there before it comes back in with the hook. And I'm also going to do that with the bass and with the strings. All right. So now for this second verse, I'm gonna take away the drums in the beginning for like the first 4 bars. And for this second part here, I'm gonna take away this other snare that's actually added in the track. So I'm gonna mute that one for that part. Take out this crash here. Take out that second snare. All right, and for this one, we're gonna take out those spiccatos once again. And this time I'm gonna mute the piano, so it'll be those strings playing for the actual verse. All right, and for this last one, I'm gonna take out the bass, and let's take out these spiccatos. Let's take out the crashes, and let's try to do something cool for this part over here. So I'm gonna come over and kind of zoom into it so I can see it a little better. All right, so let's do a split. So I'm gonna click on this so it'll highlight everything that's under it. And I'm gonna hit S on the keyboard and it's gonna split that channel right down the middle. I'm gonna delete all this. So all that's deleted, right? So a cool trick that you can kind of do is just take like like the first 2 measures of that beginning of the second part. So I'm gonna highlight all of these and I'm gonna hit S on the keyboard and that's gonna split those, right? So now I can grab these and just kind of move them over. So move these over. And I'm gonna make it so it'll do it like repetitive those couple of times here. And basically this is what it'll sound like. It gives you like a nice little change up into the beat, into the transition. So it'll actually go into the next beat pretty cool. All right. All right, so I'm gonna zoom out of here. And this last chorus, I'm actually gonna rename this to an ending. And I can just kind of pull this in. Let's delete this. I want to give it like kind of like one of the sting endings you would use in like TV or film. So let's grab all of these here. Delete those. All I need is the kick. First kick. The bass. So I do want that crash. Let's see. And let's hit K on that muted one, and it should play that crash. All right, and there you guys have it. So basically we have just arranged a beat, and hopefully you guys get used to actually setting up your beats like this if you're actually going to be selling them. There's different arrangements for different things. If you're doing like TV, film, there's different ways to kind of do your arrangements and setup. If you want me to actually show you guys one of those, definitely leave a comment below in the comment section. I'm going to play this track through and hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. And like I said, that'll let you guys know when I drop another video. And once again, it's your boy, X.E.L.O. Till next time, people. Peace.
AutoRewind.